And that helps everybody stay engaged with what we're doing. And at the same time, making certain that we all understand what our common goals are together, so that we're all looking at what's important now, not just for us individually, but for the company as a whole. And that was part of why we established that open space. We made some conscious decisions on the type of furniture we put in the office. Those of you who have not seen it, you're welcome to come on in. But what you'll see is that the senior management is sitting at $19 fold-up tables. They're not very pretty, but they're very functional. But we chose not to have the fancy offices and the elegant furniture because we wanted to put all of our money and all of our resources into our systems and into our people. A conscious decision to make the very best of both. And today we could change that, but we choose not to. We choose to stay frugal. We choose to stay focused. We choose to try to stay humble about all the accomplishments we've made. And our goal in all of this is a good one. We want to keep our overhead expenses low. We want to keep our rates low. And we want to keep our residuals and commissions high. And by doing that, it's a win-win for everybody. Now, at this stage of the game, you're very fortunate. For those of you just coming into the business, you have no idea what it was like 2.5 years ago. It was the pioneers who were going, across the country in wagons with horses. I mean, there was nothing. I mean, they had a kit that they could go and work with. There were no DVDs. We had very basic tools to help them. We only had a half dozen people in the call center. I mean, it was just a tiny, tiny office, a tiny, tiny experience. But there was a lot of belief, a lot of faith, and a lot of enthusiasm. And we had set standards for ourselves that people really gravitated to. We wanted to be the finest and most respected. We wanted to do it right. We wanted to earn our success the old-fashioned way, by doing it the right way. We never wanted to sacrifice integrity for growth. And just as you hold us accountable for making good decisions and living by those standards, we hold you accountable to do the same. That way we can turn around in 5 or 10 years and say, yes, we succeeded. But what I'm most proud of is the way we succeeded. Yeah. We did it an honorable way. Yes. We did it.
Yes. Yes.
And we're still trying today to live by those standards every single day with every decision and every choice that we make. As we move into 2009, we're well positioned to take advantage of all the opportunities that are out there. Many opportunities that people don't see today. We're positioned well, and we know that we have to respond accordingly. For many of you, we're the stewards of your dreams and hopes. And our goal is to make you proud. Our goal is to make you successful. And our goal is to help you reach your dreams. And we're going to do everything we possibly can to do that for you and for everybody you're going to bring into this business over the coming year. We're at that fort, 2009. And the choices you make right now are going to impact everything that goes on throughout this year and throughout next year and throughout many years to come. And not only for yourself, but all those people that you helped bring into the business already and you're about to bring into the business this coming year. Let's make good decisions. Let's make good choices. Let's stay focused on what's important right now. And it's going to be a fantastic journey. And as we turn around, we'll look back and smile and say, yep.
And say, okay, if I was going to call Dennis, I'd say, if I'm calling Dennis to ask my friend Dennis to go to the movie, does he pick the movie or do I? Because we all know how that goes. Because if he picks the movie, he's more influential than I am. That's probably a 3. If I'm the one that always picks the movie, then he's probably a 1 or a 2 right with me. The most influential people out there, generally speaking, have occupations like pastor, different ministers, school teacher, executives, doctors, attorneys, anybody professional, real estate agents. Real estate agents are born networkers. That's all they do is network to build their business. They're already in the habit of that, and they're perfect for that. So make sure to pay particular attention to influence. Motivation. Listen, I got to tell you, we got all kinds of great motivators in this company and people like Carlos that can help raise your motivation, but no one can motivate you truly, except you. So look for the people that are self-motivated. If they're motivated about the same as you, that's a 2. If they're more motivated than even you, that's a 3, and you better get them on the phone right away. And if they're less motivated, they're a 1. And then the last one is entrepreneurial. Who had the Kool-Aid stand when you were a kid? Who's got the second job? Who's got the third job? Who's got a business on the side? Who may have tried 7 of these deals and none of them worked? Don't shy off of them, because we'll show you some ways to get to those folks. I have seen so many people that told me they have failed more than half dozen times in network marketing that now have 6-figure incomes from Ambit Energy, because this is real. So all you do is go down and rate everybody by each of those categories, add the numbers up, and whoever's got the highest number is the first person you call. And you work with the highest numbers first, and you'll eventually get to the lowest numbers. Okay? Now, so list is very important that way. Hey, I know that guy. But to recap, know that the first thing you do when you get started in the business is define your why. Because if you don't know why you're doing this, you probably won't. You've got to have a why that's strong enough to get you through the heartaches that come along. To recognize up front, like Lane shared with you, that your friends and family have got that big Babe Ruth bat, and when you swell up and tell them how great you're going to be, they're going to try and beat you back down. It's like crabs in a barrel. You ever see that word crab will try and crawl out of the barrel, all the other crabs reach up and pull him back in. Misery loves company, and they'll try their best to keep you. Your job's to lift them up, their job's to somehow beat you down. So be prepared for that. Know that no is the most common word in the English language. Get used to it. You have to hear a lot of no's to be successful. Build a big list. If you do not have a written list of over 100 names, please make that your goal before Monday, that you have a list of over 100 names, because it's hard to have success without that. And rate them so that you spend your time effectively, working with the most important people first. There is so much more to come today, and I got to tell you, I'm really excited about what's coming this afternoon. We've got some specific tools we'll be able to give you that I guarantee you, if you apply what you see the rest of today, you will double or triple your production this month. And if you apply it throughout your organization, the sky's the limit. With that, I have the honor of bringing up the guy at the top of all this, the top of our network marketing program, the man that put this training together with his staff to make it happen. And he's going to lead you into some even more successful tools. Please help me welcome the co-founder, chief marketing officer, and a good friend, Chris Chandler.
All right, guys, we've got a lot more to cover today, and I hope that what you've seen so far has been helpful. I know it sounds like common sense. I mean, when I was going through all this week with my team, I just kept coming back to this idea that, wow, this is just kind of common sense when you think about it. And I think that's what fools people into not doing it. It just seems too simple to work. And I'm telling you, what you've heard here today is powerful stuff if you can internalize it and put it into action. So we haven't taken the time today to really let you sit and think about your why. And we haven't had enough time to let you develop your written list, okay? You're going to have to do that on your own after you leave here. Don't not do it. I mean, you got to sit down when you get home and budget an hour, 2 hours of your time to get through this stuff. And I'm telling you, if you'll do that, it'll change your business in 2009. Now, my job in this portion of the day is to talk to you about what you get paid to do. And because I'm convinced, even after 2 years or more in this business, we've got a lot of people who have no idea what they get paid to do. And I include some of our executive consultants in that. This is a simple business, but you can trick yourself into doing stuff that you don't get paid for. I was, over the holiday, I was in Starbucks one morning, and I met a friend of mine who has a farmer's insurance agency. And he and I were executives at Excel Communications together. After he left that company, he decided he didn't want to work for any title that had a comma Inc. after it anymore. And so he took a pretty nice, payout when he left that company, and he decided